Well up, cyber friend? This Minute Man coming back at you again. Walks Music with yet another word for today. And I just said I didn't do no video for the last few days. I did it for a reason. Matter of fact, a good reason. And I'm just gonna say that we gonna just give God all the glory and praise as usual. Thank Him for life, health, and strength, whether it is. And we thank Him for each and every one of you, your cyber friends. You the one that know who you are. In other words, Jesus said, "You know every tree by the fruit." And I just wanted to say those of you, the one that have been very faithful in the Bible study. In other words, Sister Linda is one of them. Sister Tina had seen her in quite a while, but nevertheless had been very faithful up until here recently. In other words, and I don't know exactly what's going on, but nevertheless, we still saying that we give God the praise. I want to say something. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready. This is going to be a busy week. So it's church-wide, my home church, Antioch. Um, got a rehearsal, trying to get ready for choir day on Sunday, and a lot of stuff, little edges got to be smoothed out. But what I'm saying is, we had a Sunday school at New Salem this past Sunday, and it was really talking some great principles and everything, and Jesus was talking about and love and what it does. In other words, if you don't have to ask people everything, and you don't have to tell them to do everything. Some people do stuff. You need to take some initiative. If you got to tell people everything to do, you shouldn't have to tell them everything to do. You should there should be some initiative. But number one is, if they don't have any interest, there will be no initiative. So you don't have to worry about that. But the thing about it is, you cannot make people be interested in nothing. You can't make them be that. If they're not, they're just not. They're just part of it. Excuse me. But there's one thing, though, that I need to say, and I need to bring this out. If you are not interested in something, then don't waste nobody's time. That's the way I feel about it. And I know I am. I'm the way I am. I'm a timely person. I love being punctual. Everything that I have to do, I love being on the time. I don't like being late. I would rather be 2 hours early than be 2 minutes late. Really. And if you are not going to do something, just don't. Just don't do it. Don't worry about it. You ain't got to try to pretend. You don't have to try to pretend that. Especially when it comes to me. That's one thing about me. And I've always, as long as I can remember, I've always been that way. You don't have to pretend with me. You can just be yourself. In other words, if you don't want to do a thing, just go on out and say it and be through with it. And just stop all the running around the shenanigans and all that. Ain't nobody got time for that. In other words, don't nobody have time. Time is too precious to waste it. You understand what I'm saying? So just go and just do what you're gonna do. Be well with what you're gonna do, and hey, nobody's gonna be mad at you. Nobody's gonna be mad at you. So in other words, if you're not gonna do a thing, it's like I said, don't have me dangling on the line like a fish. If you know you ain't gonna do anything, just go on and not do it and leave me alone. Period. That's just where I am. And so, like I said, I got to go. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm behind as far as some more music that I've been trying to do. Been working on it, studying, reading, and listening, studying, reading, and listening, trying to get that together on my orchestral piece that I'm trying to get together. Those of you that's musically, that an orchestral piece is not it's not easy to do. It's got a lot of work involved in that, like Dr. Peltzer told me. And it's not going to be put together overnight. So in other words, I've been doing a lot of reading and studying and listening on that behalf and trying to get stuff. I got some stuff together right now, but I haven't put it together yet. But we will be doing that. But we just saying, and like it was in Sunday school, you know the tree by the fruit. You don't have to tell a person anything. All they do is look at your action. Your actions speak louder than words every day of the week. I mean that, people. Now let's go for good and the bad. It's not saying we're not trying to get down on anyone, no heart. Because like I said, it's your life. It's your life. In other words, God gave everyone free will, free choices. So in other words, It's not you. You don't have to let anyone manipulate you. And like I said, with me, I'm like, you don't have to manipulate me. You don't have to try to appease me, because see, I just do. I give you what you want. If you don't want to be fooled with Middleman is fine. I just going to do what I'm supposed to do, and I'll let you alone. That's the way I was raised. I was not raised. In other words, my grandmama, I was raised mostly by my great grandma and my grandma. And when my mom was in New York, for like the first stages of my life and everything, they raised me, and they always told me that don't lick nobody. Period. You don't lick people. Now you get along with them, but you don't lick nobody. Period. So in other words, if you don't feel that you want to do anything, and if you don't want to be bothered, just let Middleman know, and Middleman will give you what you want. Period. I will do that. But if you need Middleman help, as I've always done in the past, I was always willing to help anybody that asked of me. Whatever little resources I had, I was willing to help and help them get to wherever they wanted to be. But after you done got, most people, you just have to let alone. My great grandma used to tell me as well as my grandma said, you have to feed some people out of a long handled spoon. And that is true. You have to feed some people out of a long handled spoon, because if you don't, you'll be upset all the time because people have you. And it's one thing that I don't like. Don't tell me you're going to do something and have me waiting, and then I don't hear nothing from you. No, that's the wrong answer. You don't waste my time now. And see, I'm finna let you go. That's exactly what it is. So in other words, the Sunday school lesson Sunday were very, very powerful. And talking about love, and people always talking about love, but see, love is not just that old erotic love and all that thing that we call love, but when you do unto others as you want to be done. In other words, you don't want anybody to waste your time. You shouldn't waste nobody else's time. If you don't want anybody to curse you out, don't you curse nobody out. Point blank is that. In other words, the Bible said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In other words, and don't be phony with your praise and everything. You got your hands up and everything, but yet it's still you're backstabbing your brother and your neighbor and your friend. The people that with you done been stuck with you through thick and thin, and then you throw them away to the lions then, as if you want to make a Daniel case out of it. But at any rate, we just saying that we thank God for everybody, and those that are, in other words, I tell you, those that are with you are with you. Those that are against you never going to be with you, period. Point blank. No matter what you do, you got some people that's not going to be with you. That's just a given. Remember that. There's just some people that's not going to be with you. Everybody's not going to be with you. In your lifetime, you will see you're going to only have a very few folk that are going to be with you. And when you find those few, you make certain that you stick with those few and make sure you treat them right. This is Middleman saying whatever you get into, if God is not in it, come out of it, because it's going to come to nothing. I done got down to the better chapter, 20th chapter, 1 Chronicles, and David done went through something. God done delivered most of his enemies and everything as well, and David was one to listen to God, and he gave him the praise. He gave him the praise. In the psalm, we see throughout all the psalm where David gave him the praise. He always praised God. So in other words, you want power, put praise before it. You will get it. It's Middleman saying peace. Good night.